Thinking about making a move to Nocatee, this video is your ultimate guide. Whether you're comparing the St. John's or the Duval portion of Nocatee, trying to understand HOA and CDD fees, or just curious about the lifestyle, I've got you covered. I'm Ashley with the Rocker Group at Keller Williams, and our team has helped dozens of families relocate to Nocatee from all over the country, and today I'm going to break it all down. Nocatee is one of the fastest growing master plan communities in the country, with over 2,000 people moving here a year, and we get it, with it being just minutes to the beach and perfectly positioned between Jacksonville and St. Augustine. Nocatee's lifestyle is a huge part of why people move here. Imagine driving your golf cart to brunch, cooling off in the neighborhood water park, or watching live music at the town center on a Friday night. It's very social, very active, and very intentional. There's plenty of events to choose from, whether you're into farmers markets, food truck Fridays, or family festivals. There's something happening almost every weekend here in Nocatee. Nocatee is known for its golf cart friendly design. Residents use golf carts for nearly everything: grocery runs, school drop-off, dinner in the town center, or cruising to the splash park. There's even designated parking for golf carts, and homes are built with garages to fit them. Nocatee spans over 14,000 acres, making it one of the largest communities in the region. There are just shy of about 50 subdivisions here, so we definitely do not have time to talk through all of them. But some of our favorites are 20 Mile, as it's going to be the closest to your beach access of Michler's Landing, Seabrook Village, and Reflections area, as this is actually the newest and final stages here in Nocatee. Coastal Oaks, which is one of the very few gated communities, and some of your town center subdivisions such as Lakeside and West End. Now let's talk about one of the first questions people ask. Which county should I live in, and what are the main differences? Really, the answer is pretty straightforward. Between schools, taxes, and type of properties available, specifically new construction, which is already limited as builders are actually in their final stages here in St. Johns County. While your odds of finding a lower priced home may be slightly better in Duval County, there are still similarly priced homes available in St. John's. But if your priority is access to some of the top rated public schools in Florida, then St. Johns County is where you should be looking. That's really the main distinction: budget versus school system. Everything else, from lifestyle to amenities, stays true to the Nocatee experience no matter which county you're in. Another big decision point we hear all the time is, should I live in Nocatee or should I cross the Intracoastal and live in Ponte Vedra Beach? If you're prioritizing being closer to the beach, drawn to more of country club style living, renowned golf courses like TPC Sawgrass, or more established homes that have a little bit more variety and character, then Ponte Vedra Beach may feel more like home to you. Let's talk about market trends. Based on 2025 data, here's where we're at. The median home price for single-family homes on the St. Johns County side of Nocatee sits around $730,000, while the Duval side sits around $667,500. In terms of speed, surprisingly enough, the St. Johns County side has homes sitting on the market for around 68 days, leading us into a buyer's market, while the Duval County side actually has homes flying off the shelf in just 10 days. Both resale and new construction are in strong demand, with builders like David Weekley, Toll Brothers, Providence, ICI Homes, Riverside Homes, and Dosty still delivering inventory. However, inventory is limited as master plan communities in St. John's are almost entirely built out, and these homes are in high demand. Every neighborhood in Nocatee has HOA and CDD fees. As most are familiar with, HOA stands for Homeowners Association, and these fees essentially cover the rules and regulations of the community. Now, what most are not as familiar with are CDD fees. CDD stands for Community Development District. This is a special purpose local government that is created to maintain and finance the infrastructure and amenities in a master plan community like Nocatee. So why do CDD fees exist? When a developer starts building a massive community like Nocatee, they need to pay for roads, sewer systems, drainage, parks, sidewalks, landscaping, clubhouses, water parks, basically all the things that make the community attractive. Instead of funding that entirely upfront or adding huge premiums to home prices, the developer works with the CDD to finance it through bonds. Those bonds are paid back over time by the homeowners in the community through an annual CDD fee. So what do these CDD fees cover? CDD fees are typically included into two parts. The first part is the bond repayment. This is usually over a 20-30 year fixed term. This pays off the loan used to build out the community infrastructure, and some homeowners choose to pay this off early, also known as paying off the bond. The second portion is the operations and maintenance portion, and to a lot of confusion, this is actually going to be ongoing, so this one does not go away. The second portion is the operations and maintenance portion. This portion covers the upkeep of shared spaces like landscaping, ponds, trails, and amenities like pools and water parks. This portion does not go away, even if the bond is paid off. There can be fluctuations in this number year over year, and no community has reached maturity of the 30-year date as of today, so we can't fully determine specifically what that will look like once all bonds are paid in full. CDD fees in Nocatee generally range from $1,500 a year to $2,800 a year, depending on the neighborhood and lot size. These fees are rolled into your annual property tax bill. So who actually lives here in Nocatee? That's a big question that a lot of buyers have when coming here and trying to figure out, will I fit in? So there's about over 30,000 people here in Nocatee, and it's still growing. Median age is around 40 and median income is just over $128,000. What you'll find is a mix. You'll have young families chasing great schools, remote workers who love the lifestyle, and retirees who decided to trade their winter coats for their golf carts. Most people aren't from here. They moved from the Northeast, Midwest, or California. So you could say it's a bit of a melting pot, but what do they all have in common? They all intentionally chose Nocatee as their place to live. Are you considering retiring to Florida? We have helped generations of families relocate here to Nocatee, and what perfect way than being in your own community but still minutes away from the kids and grandkids in your life. So for 55 plus living, Nocatee offers two standout Del Webb communities, Nocatee and Ponte Vedra. Now on the newer side of Nocatee, you've got Webb Nocatee, a 55 plus gated community that started construction here in 2019. There are about 845 homes here, both attached villas and single family homes, ranging from just under 1,500 square feet to over 3,700 square feet. Architecturally, it's a little more updated with styles that range from coastal to craftsman to modern takes on traditional Florida homes. The hub of the community is the Canopy Club. It's a gorgeous 20,000 square foot clubhouse with state-of-the-art fitness center, a resort-style pool, pickleball and tennis courts, and even its own in-site restaurant called the Tavern and Grill. When it comes to fees, CDD fees here typically range between $1,800 to $2,500 per year rolled into your property taxes. HOA dues vary more widely. Expect anywhere from the low 200s up to about $500 a month, depending on home size and services. Webb Nocatee is ideal if you want something fresh and modern with a little extra luxury and the kind of amenities that make staying home feel like a 5-star staycation. Let's talk about Webb Ponte Vedra. This is the original 55 plus community here in Nocatee. It was built before 2019, so you'll find more established landscaping, mature trees, a wider variety of homes, including garden homes, which you won't find in Webb Nocatee. Now, design-wise, it will be a more traditional feel, stucco exterior, cozy courtyard, so a little bit more of that classic Florida feel. Now, the crown jewel here is the Anastasia Club. We're talking 38,000 square feet of fitness, arts, events, and probably more pickleball than you thought one community could handle. It's also the only Del Webb here that has an indoor pool, a big deal for year-round use, especially when Florida has those surprise January cold snaps. As for fees, the HOA here runs from the low 200s to the high 300s per month, depending on the home and services. And the CDD fee is typically between $1,600 and $2,000 per year rolled into your property taxes. Webb Ponte Vedra is a great fit if you want a more established community and a packed calendar of events and quick access to the Nocatee Town Center or even Jacksonville's South Side. So that is your ultimate guide to living here in Nocatee. Whether you're already packing your boxes or maybe just starting to dream about a life here, we'd love to help you figure out your next move. My team and I know these neighborhoods inside and out, so we're here to help you find your perfect fit, whether that is in Nocatee or somewhere else here in Northeast Florida. Ready to see it for yourself? Schedule a tour with us by messaging us at info@theroccogroup.com and see what makes this place one of a kind.